I've been making this amazingly soft, fluffy pizza crust for over 25 years, and today I'm teaching it to you. If that interests you, keep watching. Welcome to my home and welcome to Quarantine Cooking at Home with me. If you're new here, my name is Karen and I love to provide real help for when life gets real. I teach and encourage in all areas of home management, so if you're managing your home, you'll want to subscribe and be a part of this positive community. This video is a collaboration hosted by the Sister Circle. I'll have the full playlist in my description box so that you don't miss any of the other delicious quarantine recipes. I'll have all of the ingredients listed in my description box below. Today, I'm happy to have my 14-year-old daughter, Yvonne, assisting me. Start by preheating the oven to 425 degrees. I use parchment paper on my cooking stones, and I also sometimes use cookie sheets with parchment paper. We're going to start with 3 cups of very warm water. You want it a little more than lukewarm, a little less than ow, that hurts. We're adding 3 tablespoons of bread yeast, and we're mixing it up until it's completely dissolved in the water. Next, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of honey and 6 tablespoons of oil. My little trick to keep the honey from sticking to the spoon is I do 2 tablespoons of oil, and then 1 tablespoon of honey, 2 tablespoons of oil, 1 tablespoon of honey, and then one more time, and the oil keeps the honey from sticking to the spoon. Each time we add an ingredient, we're stirring it in and getting it dissolved. Now add in a teaspoon of salt. Lastly, we're going to add in 2 cups of flour. I didn't have any bread flour, so I'm just using all-purpose flour, and you're going to see that it made no difference at all. I'm tripling the original recipe, so in the description box below, I will have both versions, the single recipe as well as the tripled recipe. You can see the yeast is already beginning to bubble. Let this mixture set for 10 minutes and the yeast will bloom. When my 10 minutes is up, you can see it's nice and foamy. I can now add in the remainder of the flour, and I have to confess to you, I don't usually measure how much flour I put in. I put in as much flour as the mixture can handle. For the sake of instruction, I measured what I put in, and I put in an additional 6 cups of flour added to the original 2 cups that we put in when we were blooming our yeast. At the beginning, I do this 1 cup at a time, and then after I get about 3 cups in, I start doing it a half cup at a time. When you're mixing it with your spatula and then with your hand, and you're getting a lot of flour on the bottom that just won't mix in, that's when you know you're done. This is Yvonne's happy pizza making dance. I don't need to let this dough rise anymore. It's already big enough. So I'm putting some flour down on my parchment paper and we're ready to divide our dough and get it rolled out. You'll want either flour or oil on your hands so they don't get stuck to the dough. And I'm using this little pizza roller, but any roller will do. I've even used a dowel before. My husband's cut up a dowel into pieces that we often use to roll out dough. Now this isn't cooking, this is therapy. I just love rolling out the dough. I have such amazing memories of cooking with my mother and even my grandmother, and it is so satisfying to get to cook with my own girls now. I'm very thankful that all of my girls enjoy being in the kitchen and cooking. If you're finding this video helpful, I hope you'll click on the thumbs up button underneath the video. This really helps my channel. It's like telling my boss that I'm doing a good job. There it is, all ready for sauce and cheese. We couldn't get pizza sauce in the store, so when that happens, spaghetti sauce or marinara sauce works perfect. And it's all ready for the oven. This goes in for about 20 minutes, but you just want to keep an eye on it. Every oven's different, but if the dough is turning brown and the cheese is turning brown on top, you know it's done. This pizza rose so well that it ended up running over the sides of the pan, and I have no regrets. If you want an amazingly soft, fluffy pizza crust, you need to try this recipe.
Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran. Oh. Oh my gosh. It's like a fluffy little pigeon angel. It's like a fluffy little pigeon angel. Just for me.
I'm not sure what that means, but I think it's good. I really hope you enjoyed quarantine cooking at home with me. Remember, this is a collaboration with the Sister Circle, and I'll have their full playlist in the description box below so that you don't miss any of the amazing recipes. And remember, as always, that I love you and God loves you too. And I'll see you next time.